And when Mike Johnson does that, the Epstein files come back to life in the House of Representatives. Because when Mike Johnson convenes the House of Representatives, he will have to swear in the newest elected member of the House of Representatives, Adelita Grijalva of Arizona. She will then immediately become the 218th signature on a discharge petition that will force a vote of the House of Representatives on releasing the Epstein files, a vote Mike Johnson fears more than any vote ever cast during his speakership. That is why Mike Johnson closed down the House of Representatives and gave every Republican in the House a paid vacation for the last 7 weeks. Fear, abject fear of the Epstein files, where we know Donald Trump's name has to appear many times. Because, as Jeffrey Epstein said, Jeffrey Epstein was Donald Trump's closest friend for 10 years. The top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee, Jamie Raskin, has some questions for Donald Trump, which he put in writing and sent directly to Donald Trump at the White House. Congressman Raskin tells Donald Trump in writing, quote, "You have adamantly refused to release the Epstein files despite campaigning on their release. You lied when you denied authoring a lewd and incriminating birthday note to Jeffrey Epstein, and you ridiculously claimed that your unmistakable signature on that note was not your signature. You shut down the Department of Justice's ongoing investigation into Epstein's co-conspirators, and you expressly declined to rule out pardoning his main accomplice, convicted child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. The House Committee on the Judiciary has now received whistleblower information indicating that this cover-up goes even further into the Department of Justice and Bureau of Prisons than was known before. Documents and information received over the last several days by this committee indicate that under Dr. Tanisha Hall, the warden of federal prison Camp Bryan, the federal law enforcement staff working at the camp have been waiting on Ms. Maxwell hand and foot. This information also indicates that Ghislaine Maxwell is working on filing a commutation application with your administration, demonstrating either that Ms. Maxwell is herself requesting you release her from her 20-year prison sentence for her role as a conspirator in Jeffrey Epstein's international child sex trafficking ring, or that this child sex predator now holds such tremendous sway in the second Trump administration that you and your Department of Justice will follow her clemency recommendations. Congressman Raskin demands that Donald Trump, quote, "Make your former personal attorney and now Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche available for a public hearing immediately with our committee. I am demanding answers to these 3 questions. First, have you discussed a potential commutation or any form of presidential clemency for Ms. Maxwell and with Mr. Blanche, his underlings, or anyone else in your administration? Second, have you directed Mr. Blanche or anyone else in your administration to provide Ms. Maxwell with the transfer to the prison camp, favorable and preferential treatment in prison, or special accommodations for her communications and interaction with her family and the outside world? Third, what has Ms. Maxwell, her attorneys, family, or representatives promised you or your attorney?"